Students, I think yesterday I didn't finish the the video properly. There was something I had to add, but because there is a technical fault which prevented me from continuing what the video. Now, last I'm just going to repeat what I said last time, that languages increase their vocabularies by a number of processes, and we call these processes as word formation processes. We started with borrowing, and we said by borrowing we borrow a word from another language, we do some changes to it, phonological changes, and then what we keep it we keep it or we make that word. Why do we do these phonological changes? In order to make that word which we have borrowed from that language, in order to make it like any other word, any other native language. Okay, right. This is what we mean by borrowing. We borrow a word as it is. We do some changes in it, and then we what, in order to make it what, like any other native language. Just and I give you an example in Arabic, colloquial Iraqi Arabic. We have bonnet, the front part of a car, part of a car that covers the engine. You know, bonnet. We say in colloquial Iraqi Arabic we call it banid. See, we say banid. What did we add? We add ya, and then instead of te we say de. So see, this is what I mean by phonological changes. So bonnet, B-O-N-N-E-T, and then the front part of a car, the front part of a car that covers the engine. In colloquial Iraqi Arabic we say banid. So here it ends in de, here it ends in te. There is ya here, there is no ya here. Bonid or banid. We say banid. Here say bonnet or bonnet or bonnet. The bonnet. The cover of the engine, bonnet. Here we say banid. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by the phonological changes. Yeah, we add some sounds to it. We change we do some phonological changes in order to make that word look like any other native language, native word. Sorry. This is what I mean by borrowing. Then we said that another process, or the second process where we use to increase, or languages increase their vocabularies, is by what? By we borrow a term, we borrow an item, and then what do? We try to translate that item or that word or that idiom into what? Into the borrowing language. Yesterday you said, so now what's the difference between learned translation and borrowing? Is that in borrowing there is no translation. We take the word, we do some phonological changes in it, like bonnet, banid. This is what I mean by phonological changes. But in case of learned translation, no, we borrow the word, and then we try to translate that borrowed word, compound word usually, like Superman, like loan word, these words. So Superman, loan word. Superman is a compound word. We took it, English took it from German. Originally, it took it from German. What is Superman in German? In German, Superman is Übermensch, or Übermensch, Übermensch or Übermensch. It depends on how they pronounce the final sound. Another word is loan word, liehen word. Now what happens here? Here we have borrowed this word, liehen, means loan. We translate it as loan. word, we translate it as what? As word. So we have loan word. This word, which is called in English loan word, it is not taken as it is, as in borrowing. No, we translated what? Each word of these words. We translated lihin. In English, lihin means there's an equivalent for this word, or an equivalent of this word. What is it? Loan. What is the equivalent of vert? Word. So we have what? Loan word. Another example in Arabic. See here, English has taken from German. Now here, database and data show. Okay, database and data what? Show. Database, data in Arabic بيانات. Base قاعدة. Okay, so when we took this word, this compound word, database, in English, data, what is the equivalent of data in Arabic? بيانات. What is the equivalent of base in Arabic? قاعدة. But you see, but in Arabic, when we translated this word, not only we translated, we have to care for the word order. We do not say بيانات قاعدة. No, we have to say قاعدة بيانات. قاعدة بيانات. We do not say بيانات قاعدة, we say قاعدة بيانات. So here in this example, when we translate like this, or when we borrow an item or a word, compound word from another language, say English, we have not only to translate it, we give it the equivalent, but we have to care for the word order. When we translate it as it is, when here data comes at the beginning, and then comes what? Base, قاعدة. In Arabic, in order to make this as any Arabic word, if we keep it like this, this is not Arabic. This is a literal translation, verbatimly. We are verbatimly, or we literally translate this word, compound word, word by word. Okay, we translate it. Never mind. But another point that we have to care for is we have to care for the word order, the order. I mean, in English, bayanat comes at the beginning, but in Arabic, bayanat, where does it come? It comes at the end. Qaida, where does it end? Where does it come? In English, qaida, it comes at the end, but in Arabic, it comes where? At the beginning. So another point that we have to care for in loan translation is not only we translate the word, but we have to care for the order also. This is a very similarly data show. عرض البيانات. We do not say شو data بيانات. وهنا يشو عرض. We do not say بيانات عرض أو مثل like قاعدة بيانات. لا, we say عرض البيانات. Data show. So this is a very important point. What is it? In literal translation, in loan translation, we have not only to care for giving just the equivalent. No, we have to care for the word order. In Arabic, we have base comes at the beginning here, and what is at the end, it's going to be at the beginning. What is at the beginning is going to be at the end. We have to get this is between English and Arabic. But you see here between German, when English borrowed from German, there isn't this change in the position of the word. No, you see Uber, super. It comes at the beginning. Man, also at the end. So see why? Because the word order in English and German, they are almost the same, because these are Germanic languages. There is a lot of similarities. They are similar, but because English is an Indo-European language, Arabic is a Semitic language, it is different as far as what? Word order. With this, I would say that I have finished what talking about these two processes by means of which languages increase their vocabularies. Now, what comes later? What is the third process by means of which languages increase their vocabularies? The third process is it is called compounding. Compounding. Okay. Now, what do we mean by compounding? Compounding in Arabic, we say when we put in Arabic we call it sorry. Right, so we go back to the third, the third process, which is what? Compounding. Compounding in Arabic, we call it what? تركيب الكلمات ونركب الكلمات. عندنا in Arabic more than one type of compound. عندنا تركيب مزجي، تركيب إضافي، تركيب إسنادي. In Arabic we have like this. For example, عندنا كلمة اثنان وعشرون، هذا تركيب إضافي مضاف إليه. تركيب مزجي عندنا مثلا for example بعلبك، هذا تركيب مزجي. أو عندنا مثلا بغداد، باغ وداد. كذلك عندنا مثلا another word which I can't remember at the moment. And another, for example, another type of compound we call it تركيب الإسنادي، اللي هو مثلا فعل، نبدأ بفعل مثل تأبط شرا، أو جاد المولى. These are also examples of compounding what in Arabic. So now compounding is when we combine two words. شوف اثنان كلمة وعشرون كلمة أخرى, another word. هذه one word. This is what? Another word. Okay? Now when we combine these two words together, we combine them to give us a single form. شكل واحد, يعني كلمتين, two words are considered as one form. هذا we call it what? Compounding. Okay? شوف لاحظ هنا عندنا جادة فعل والمولى اسم. جادة المولى أصبحت one word, compound word, يسمونه تركيب إسنادي إنه يبدأ بفعل. بعلبك, بعل وبك. Here we have combined them. It gives me that what? A new word. Okay. Barwadad, also the same. I mean, I two words put together, they give me Baghdad. Samarra, sarraman ra'a. Samarra, sarraman ra'a. Samarra. Right. Now what about in English? In English, we took what? Almost the same, يعني there is a similarity. مثل 22 عندنا مثلا 24. أقول مثلا 64. عندي هاي كلمة 60 وعندي كلمة 4. شوف هاي 60 and this is 4. Then I combine them together, I join them together, it gives me a single form. اللي هو what is it? 64. صارت a new word هسه. يعني عندي هذه word, this is a word, this is another word. When we put them together, they are going to give me a new word. What is that new word? 64. Like what? اثنان وعندنا and we have 20, and then we have 22. This is a new word. Okay. Here also in Arabic, in English, we have 64, just like 22. Right. Now, let us have now more examples. Take, for example, take, for example, the word liquid, liquid. هذه liquid معناتها سائل. سائل. And then we have soap, صابون. Okay, liquid and then soap. Liquid, سائل, word. Soap, another word. Now I'm going to combine these two words, هذه liquid or soap. It's going to give me شنو? Liquid soap. هذا new word. يعني هسه صار هذا عندي one. هذه هذه one word. هذه one. وهذه two. وهذه all of this كل هذا. Oh, let me do it another way. We have liquid. This is the word liquid. هذه one word. Soap, number 2. Now I am going to increase the vocabularies in English by combining these two words in order to give me a new word. What is it? Liquid soap. In Arabic also we say نقول صابون سائل. In English, what do we say? We say liquid soap. Remember what I said just now, that you have to care for when you you have to care for this, as we said just now, that when you translate from English into Arabic, you have to care for the word order. If you translate it, okay, you give the equivalent and then you keep it in the same position, it's not going to be it's going to be strange. It does not look like any compounding word in Arabic. In order to make this like 22 أو 26 أو صابون سائل, we have to do it like this. مو we say سائل صابون. No, we have to say صابون سائل مضاف إليه هذا. Okay? Now, liquid soap. We have many examples. We have, for example, wallpaper. لاحظ. Wallpaper. أجي أسوي له translation هذا. Compounding. عندي wall هذا one word. وpaper another word. wallpaper كل هذا, all of this صارت a new word. Okay. زين راح أترجمها. When you translate this, بترجم هذه, as we did in little translation, what do we do? نقول حائط. Okay. معناها شنو? What do we say? حائط وpaper ورق. زين. هل نقول ورق حائط؟ sorry. حائط, نقول حائط ورق. حائط من الورق هذا حائط, it's going to have another meaning. We have to say ورق حائط. شوف كلمة paper كانت هنا at the end. Here it becomes where? At the beginning. Wall in English it becomes at the beginning. Here it comes at the end. Okay? زين. هسه الآن من أقول أنا أريد أنا شنو هذا بالمناسبة by the way, هذا أريد أن أحدد نوع الورق. أحدد نوع الورق. يعني أحدده. شلون أحدده؟ by نوع من الجينيتيف هذا. مضاف ومضاف إليه. أحدده, أريد أن أشوف نوع الورق هذا. شوف بابا, من أقول ورق حائط, من أقصد أنا؟ what do I mean? هل I mean حائط ورق؟ I mean حائط لو I mean ورق؟ لا, I mean ورق. هنا كذلك من أقول wallpaper, do I mean wall or I mean paper? No, I mean paper. But what sort of paper? Wallpaper. Why? You see, this is very significant. Why? Because it distinguishes this type of paper. أقول مثلا for example toilet paper. احنا نقول ورق حمام مثلا. اوكي؟ ورق حمام. لاحظ هنا هو هذا paper. This is paper. But what is here is the difference. Wall or toilet. Yes, it is paper, but this paper here is different from this paper by means of this word. طبعا هذا تعمل صفة إلى هذا البيبر. هذا تعمل صفة adjective. I'm not after this. I'm not after this, but I am after the point is that إنه in English الآن I have made a new word. شنو هذا the new word؟ أكو عندي toilet. هاي one word. وعندي paper another word. وعندي I'm going to have a new word راح أصير كلمة جديدة اللي هي منه toilet paper as a whole. You see the point? زين هذا this what part of speech شنو ال part of speech مالتها؟ طبعا نقول ورق حائط مضاف إليه اسم هذا هو اسم مضاف إليه اسم هذا اسم وهنا همينة what here also شنو noun هذا noun زين هذا noun الآن sometimes هذا الكمباوندينج ممكن it gives me adjective ممكن يعطيني صفات مثلا أقولا مثل ما هو هنا نعطي أقولا مثلا full time job لاحظ full time job عندي full وعندي time وعندي job from these three words هذا واحد this is two this is a three شوف each one هذا one هذا two هذا three و I'm going to have a new word اللي هي شنو full time job. But what is the difference between toilet paper or between full time job؟ إنه full time job هذه noun هذا اسم sorry adjective هذا adjective okay هذا adjective بينه whereas here بينما هنا we have what we have noun here. زين another example آخذ كلمة fast food يعني هنا هو he says that but we can also create compound adjectives good looking low paid and compounds of adjectives plus noun يعني adjective plus adjective or adjective plus noun adjective plus noun I may repeat myself when I say fast food هذا أقصد بها food sorry يعني هذا noun بس هذا noun هذا ال compound noun is made of شنو adjective is made of adjective plus شنو plus noun here the compound word it is made of one noun and another noun. But sometimes we have, for example, the adjective given to us here what? مثل عندي هاي low paid. هذا adjective. Oh, this is adjective. زين how do I distinguish؟ شلون أنا أفرق بين إنه this is adjective or this is adjective or this is adjective or this is food or this is adjective noun لاحظ noun adjective noun so see the compound words in English they can be noun plus noun plus noun adjective noun or we have adjective noun or we have adjective and what plus adjective. So in this case by means of this I have created what? I have created a new word. I have low as an adjective, paid as an adjective, and then I have low paid. But you see here a very interesting point. Now, when you want to put this word in a sentence, you say, for example, we had a fast food. We had a fast food. We had a fast food. And here you have, say, a low paid job. I didn't accept the job because I didn't accept it because it was a low paid job. I left the job because it was a low paid job. Okay, right. So I repeat myself, maybe I was not clear, but I think now I'm clear. Here we are creating new words by this process. What is this process? Compounding. What do we do here? We take a full word, we take another word, and then we join them together, we put them together. Just like when we combine sentences. Maybe you took in grammar, you took compound sentences. In compound sentences, we join these sentences by a coordinator, like for example, and, like or, like for example, either or, etc., etc. Here we do not need to coordinator. We combine the words. We put them together. It gives me what? A new word. Now these words that we combine, sometimes we combine what the compound word that results or that is produced from this process, compounding process, can be noun plus noun, noun plus noun, adjective, noun, noun, adjective, adjective, noun, or it can be adjective plus adjective. So the compound word can be the words that results from combining two words. It can be, now these words that we combine, they can be noun plus noun, noun. Okay, it gives me a noun. Noun plus noun, this is also a noun. Adjective, noun, noun, this is also noun. Sometimes, no, we have adjective plus what? Plus noun. And sometimes, no, adjective plus adjective. This is what? This is, we call it what? A compound. So compounding can be noun plus noun, or what? Adjective, noun, or it can be adjective, adjective. Right. So now these are what we call compounds. So here you see that we have an increased what? Increased the words. We have added a new word to the words in a language by combining these two words together. These words what together. So now we have wall, we have paper, and we have a new word which is what? Wallpaper. Toilet is a word. Paper is another word. Toilet paper is another word. Okay? Full time. Full is an adjective. Time is a noun. Full time, it's going to be a new word. By the way, here, before I leave this point, is that in compounding, sometimes the meaning is totally different. When I combine these two words, the meaning I get from, or I obtain from combining these two words, sometimes the meaning is totally different. Sometimes it is not. It is, it is understood. Okay. This is concerning what? Compounding. Okay, right. Okay, students, let's continue now. Now, before I move to the fourth what process, which is called blending, I would like to maybe add something to the process called compounding. Now, in compounding, now the words that result, from joining two words, it can be either a noun, as we said, like for example, textbook. Here it is a noun. Or it can be a verb also, not only nouns. Like for example, take off. Now here also we consider it as a sort of what of compounding. At the minute it's considered as a sort of what compound, because I have take and then we have off and then we have take off. So what results from the compounding can be a noun like text to book, or take or off, or it can be an adjective. For example, what? Good looking. Or as I said last time, low paid. So now maybe I was a little bit not clear, but now I would say, or I repeat myself for more clarification, that compounding can give me what? Nouns by like text, book, and put in your mind that I have created a new word, I have added a new word into English by joining the word text, which is already as a separate word, book also as a separate word. Now these two words, I have joined them together, it gives me a new word, but this word, compound word, it is considered as one word. Textbook. كتاب المنهج بالعربي احنا نسميه. Take off. يقلع. Take off, either you take off your clothes or take off. An airplane takes off. Good looking. We have good as a word, looking another word. Good looking, we put them together, it gives me a new word. What is it? Good looking. Low, another example. This is an adjective, by the way. This is an adjective. This is verb. This is noun. This is what? Adjective. Or this word, low, adjective, paid, adjective, low paid, a new word. Here the meaning, except in take off. Take off is a phrasal verb. The meaning here is different from take individually and off individually. But when I put them together, I say take off. The meaning is going to be different. Similarly here, but you see, it can be also in words like where I get noun or adjective. But in these examples, the meaning is not far away from each of the the meaning of these individual words. Right. Now, let me move to this process, which is in Arabic we call it message. In English, blending. We have a machine or a device. We use it, for example, in order if we want to make, for example, a drink, a cocktail. When you put fruits in a jug, and then you try to mix these fruits, it gives you a drink. This drink is the result of blending these fruit. Okay, this is the result of blending these fruits. Similarly here, when we talk about words, we are going to blend the word, mix the words. How do we do this? Now, we take two words, a very nice example. We take the word breakfast, breakfast. And then we have the word lunch. Breakfast has a meaning. Lunch has a meaning. The meaning of a breakfast and is different from the meaning of what? Lunch. Yeah, this is a meal. This is another meal, but the difference is at the time you take each one of them. Lunch, you take it at the time, is not the same time that you take what? Breakfast. You cannot call the time you take your breakfast it's lunch, or you cannot call this breakfast because this time when you take lunch, say 12 o'clock for example, we cannot call it breakfast. Similarly, at 8 o'clock we do not call it lunch, like this. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to make a new word. This word is the result of blending what? Blending message. I take the first part, BRU or BR, and the end of the second word, the first two letters of the first word, or maybe one letter, and what the final letters or the final part of the second word. So when I take BR from breakfast, and I leave it, I cancel it. Then I cancel this, take the final here, then I have brunch. From these two words, I have made a new word. This word is the result of taking the first part, the beginning of the first word, and the end of the second word. Brunch. Brunch means what? A meal, wajbah, which you take it between breakfast and what? And lunch. We call it what? Brunch. Okay, right. Another example, we have smoke, and we have the word fog. Now I'm going to take the beginning, the first two letters, the beginning of the first word, that is SM, and then the final. I leave this, I cancel it. We have smoke. In Arabic we call it ضباب دخاني. شوف لاحظ, this is a very interesting point. إنه هنا in English هذه كلمة smoke هي عبارة صارت blending. بس in English in Arabic مو blending وإنما صارت compounding here. فهذا الترانسليشن يعني أنت you have to care for. No, maybe it is here it is blending, but here it is not blending. Here it is compounding. Right. Now, and we have so many examples, but I think through these two examples the idea is clear. Now, repeat myself. Blending, we combine. Combine what? These two words. But do we combine all the words as in compound? No. This is the difference now. At this point, I have to clarify the difference now between compounding and the blending. Now, what is the difference between compounding and the blending? The difference is that in both blending and compounding, I am combining two words. But with the difference is that in compounding, I take the whole word, as we have here, for example, text or book. Then I have textbook. Okay, but in a blending, I do not take the whole word as textbook or takeoff or good looking. No, I take the beginning of the first word, the first two letters BR, like, and then the final or the end of the second word. I do not take the whole word. So this is very important to bear in mind. Now, what's the difference between a blending and compounding? Compounding, we say in blending and compound, we are joining these two words. But what is the difference? The difference is that in compounding, when you join these two words, you do not drop anything from it. You take the whole word, then you combine it with the other word. You join it with the other word. It gives you another a new word like database, like data show. Okay, قاعدة بيانات, عرض البيانات. Okay, but in blending, no, we take the beginning of the first word and the end of the second word. That gives me what? A new word with a new meaning. A new word with a new meaning. Like smoke, dukhan. Fog, babab. When I take the beginning of the word smoke, the S and the M, SM, and then the final, the end of the second word, OG, that is OG, it gives me what? Smoke. Vabab, tukhani. Now you see, in English, this combining, or this compounding, or this combining, sorry, this joining here is the result of taking part of the word, the first word, and part of the second word, the final here, the beginning, and then I cancel the other things, but it gives me what? This. In Arabic, when I translate it as compound word. I say vabab dukhani, as it is what? Compounded. So you have to care in the translation. Maybe here it is blending in English, it is compounding what? In Arabic. Right. Do we have like this in Arabic? Yes, we have. But what's the difference? You see, لاحظ كلمة هذه الكلمة أوراسيا. I take it from or, Europa, and Asia, Eurasia. In here, in Arabic, I take the first part, the beginning of the first word, and the beginning of the second word, not the end of the second word as in English, no. Europa and Asia. Okay? So I repeat myself. In Arabic, do we have like this? Yes, we have. Do we have blending? Yes. Eurasia. Eurasia is the result of what? Is taking or, هذه or, من Europa, I drop it. Then I take Asia as a whole. Or Asia. Here we mean Russia. It's a part of it in Europa and part of it in Asia. Right. In English we have many. Take for example this. What is Spanglish? Spanish and English. I take the beginning, span, then this, I take SPAN, and then what? NGLISH, which is a mixture. This is a new language. The language here is a mixture, blending of what? Spanish and what? English. So already we have a Spanish as a word, as a language, English as a language, then we have Spanglish. Also I took the beginning of the first of Spanish, SPAN, and the end of English, what is it? NGLISH, Spanglish. Right. Now, what is the point here? Here, sometimes in English, he gives us an example where blending does not take place or does not occur or does not happen by taking the first letters, the first two letters or the first three letters, and the final of the second word, the first three letters, the first two letters or the first three letters of the first word and the final letters of the second word. Sometimes it's not like this. Then how? Take for example this word. Sometimes we take the beginning of the first word and the beginning of the second word, like the word Horace. How? Take for example this. This example. No, sorry. Take this. Right. We have telix, and we have modem. Telix and modem. By modem, what does it mean, modem? Modem is, he says, a piece of equipment that allows you to connect a computer to a telephone. Allows you to connect a computer to what? A telephone. By means of what? Modem. Now the modem, the word modem is the result of blending. What do I do here? Now we have modem and we have we have modulator. Modem is taken from modulator, modulator. And what else? And then demodulator. So we have ulator, the dulator, also dulator. But what do? We take the first, these two, MO, and then DEM. It gives me what? Modem. So here, what we have done here, taking the first part, or the beginning of the first word and the beginning of the second word, not as here, like a smoke, and as smoke, when we take the beginning SM and the end of the second word. No, here we take the beginning of the first word and the beginning of what? Of the second word. We get the word what? Modem. Another example is the word, as he gives us to hear, the word telix. Telix is taken from teleprinter, plus what? Plus exchange. So what do we have here? We have TL from teleprinter, and then we have what? X, we get what? Telix. So here we have taken the beginning of the first word and the beginning of the second word to get to the word what? Telix, just like the word what? Modem, where we take MO from modulator, and then we took DEM from demodulator, we get what? Modem. So here we take the beginning and the beginning. Here also we take the beginning and the beginning. But here we take the beginning, here we take what? The beginning and the end. So blending can be, in generally speaking, you take the first part and you take what? The end of the first part, or the first two or three letters of the first word, and the final letters of the second word, like brunch, BR, BR. Then we have UNCH. We cancel this. We cancel this. We get this. Similarly, smoke and fog. We take SM, and then we take OG. We get smoke. Here, no. Here we take the beginning, add modulator, and then we took what? DM. So here we take the beginning and the beginning. Similarly, TEDx, we take the beginning and the beginning. But is this common, or common as this? No, this is more common than this. Here I stop, and I hope I have clarified these two processes word for which are related to word formation processes. So far we have taken borrowing, we have taken loan translation, then we took compounding, and then we took what? Blending. I hope I have been clear. If not clear, tomorrow, God willing, we are going to meet. I want you to see the video, and if you have any question, you can raise it later on. Thank you very much. We meet later on. Okay.